Hey guys, okay, so yesterday was a trip and a half. As you can see, I have my arm in a sling. I messed up my collarbone and it started to have pain down my sternum when touched. So I went over to the patient first up the street and immediately they started telling me that I needed a cardiac eval and that they were going to call an ambulance. I didn't have a way home from the hospital. That's why I went up to patient first with my husband. And then because I wouldn't accept an ambulance ride because we had no way of getting home, I had to sign a paper saying I was going against medical advice to get a cardiac eval. So then, as I'm being pushed back home by my husband, we get maybe 20 or 30 yards away from patient first, and my cardiologist actually emailed me telling me that my blood test came back and that he's only worried about high cholesterol and told me to visit him back in 6 months. So that was just like, okay. So as far as I know right now, my heart is in good shape, but I'm still in immense pain whenever I touch my shoulder, my collarbone, or my sternum. So I basically rigged this. Do you see? I had this one here. Okay, right there. That is actually the end trail of this one here, where it wraps to pull this up. So I actually have that pulled down and then tied into the one that goes around my waist, just to take this buckle off of my neck to stop pushing on my sternum. Sorry about that, I had to push up the glasses. So basically I have this thing rigged, and Sleeping Dawn, as we like to refer to it as, kept taking my arm out of the sling and crossing it across my chest, almost in a praying fashion, to sleep. And I was waking up in pain every time my arm got out of the sling. It would normally take probably, I think my husband said about 10 minutes with my arm out of the sling that I would wake up in writhing pain. So I have put gel on it, my special pain gel. I have taken 2 400 milligram ibuprofens. I've stretched them out to every 6 hours rather than every 4. And I am taking double the normal dose of what the doctor wanted me to take when I got them given to me after surgery. But it wasn't my surgeon who gave me the prescription for ibuprofen. It was my family doctor who doesn't understand my pain or anything like that. So it's ibuprofen. I take the risk of having stomach complications or have the edge taken off of the pain. If you understand chronic illness, you know that every bit of the edge coming off of a pain is a better choice to go than anything, because the pain can get really bad. Because of the pain over the last few days, my mood has changed, and I've been rather uptight about everything. I even yesterday reorganized my entire kitchen because of the fact that I got fed up with the mice that were coming from the downstairs apartment. And since that downstairs apartment is now vacant and just sitting there, the mice are still coming in from somewhere down there and coming up to our apartment because we are the only occupants of our building. So as soon as we get the go-ahead to move downstairs, I will be going ham on basically any single opening to other apartments or to the outside. I will be handling with extreme prejudice and fixing that all up to make sure that there's no more mice, because I am sick and tired of mice. We had gotten traps like the day after they redid the floors downstairs, and we caught 7 mice within 4 hours and used up all the glue traps. So needless to say, it was an adventurous thing. We only had 4 glue traps that we bought. They come in a 2-pack and they're large. Our dog now has been trying to hunt mice, which is hilarious because my dog was usually the one that got his hair pulled out to make nesting materials by mice several years ago, and he just would like whimper and cry but didn't attack them. Well, now he's full-fledged attacking mice. He will alert us to them every single time they move, and occasionally he will chase one into something that we can catch them in to dispose of them. So my dog has become a mouser. He's not the best at it, which is the funny part. So we kind of just do with what we can with him. Our box springs that we threw out, they literally housed mice in them. And we didn't even know. Sorry, got an itch. We didn't even know until we got them out that there was mice in them. So needless to say, it's been a rough year in this place. Hopefully, with all prayer and fingers crossed and good luck charms and God's will, we will move downstairs to where I can have a back door to let the dog out on my own, to be able to have an area that I can use my wheelchair to get out on my own, to be outside. Also, with the yard, there is a garden that we had helped create by giving plants over to, and now there's, I think, a pumpkin, that spread throughout and into the yard. So we're just being careful of the pumpkin. We want it to grow. So that's what, hopefully everything will happen soon. I really do want to move down there before Christmas, because I want to know what type of thing I'm going to be up against when it comes to cold weather and getting everything switched over. It is an increase in rent, but we kind of need the space. So it should work out, hopefully. Everything will. So keep that in your prayers, guys, that we get to move soon. So, all right. Well, as of right now, my husband is waiting to borrow somebody's lawnmower to then go mow somebody's lawn to try and get bus money to take me down to the hospital, because patient first will not even x-ray me because they are too concerned with possible heart condition, which I'm not thrilled about the idea of it. I'm not thrilled about being put in a certain classification because of my age and weight. Needless to say, my cardiologist isn't too concerned. My cholesterol 2 years ago was right around the same number, maybe a little bit more, and nobody threw a hissy fit. But now, since I'm 33 and I weigh more than what I should, obviously, they are now going crazy with everyone thinking, oh, heart condition, heart condition, heart condition. Oh, you have this, you have... It's like, no. If I didn't have Ehlers-Danlos and I wasn't getting checked out for POTS by my cardiologist, what would everybody think? Oh, that's right. They would think it's bone related or muscle related because of things going on. I would be treated differently if I didn't already have a cardiologist. I would be treated differently if I was a little bit younger. I would be treated differently if my weight was lower. So it's one of those things, it gets you angry. But hopefully when I go today, they'll be able to tell me if I can have some muscle relaxers and see if muscle relaxers help, and possibly get some x-rays done to see if there is a potential problem, which I'm hoping there's not. I'm hoping it's just collarbone related, but it started in my neck and then went into my collarbone. So the pain is migrating to like a certain extent, but anytime you touch my collarbone between my neck and my shoulder on this side, I can't stand it. It almost makes me vomit. So, alright, well, wish me luck at the hospital and keep me in your thoughts and prayers for the potential move to downstairs. Alright, guys, stay happy and healthy, please. I know the happy part doesn't come very often for me, but there has been times where I've gotten to be, pretty gosh darn chipper, and had some fun with it when I could do different things. So make the best of each day and do all that you can. Bye.